Good afternoon, Tukwila. Mayor McLeod here. I am down at the Starfire campus in the city of Tukwila, and this afternoon I am joined by Beth Knox, the president and CEO of the Seattle Sports Commission. So Beth, welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So we're putting together a little video to talk a little about the upcoming FIFA World Cup. We might get a chance to even talk a little bit more about the growth of women's sports. But I want to start with the Seattle Sports Commission. I wonder if you can tell us a little bit more about it and what exactly it does.
Well, sure. So I think the number one thing is Seattle Sports Commission believes in the power of sports, and we're very passionate about that. But the organization is a nonprofit, member-based organization that empowers and engages the greater Seattle region. We champion our sports community and champion this region as a world-class sports market. So we will work with our professional franchises, our sports venues, and the greater Seattle cities that make up this area to bid on events to bring to this region that contributes to workforce development, economic development, and of course the quality of life.
Oh, that's great. Well, what is some of your background that brings you to this post and that you offer in your role?
In my career, I have been involved with large-scale special events the entire career. So from Seafair, I ran Seafair for 10 years. I produced the Special Olympics National Games that were held in 2018. And have consulted with our professional franchises. So it was a very natural segue to come into the Sports Commission and be able to work not only with all of the sports teams, but also with our community partners and find ways that we can bring sports to our community and have it have a great, meaningful impact.
Well, we're looking forward to working with that skill set. And let's take a moment and talk about the World Cup and what it is people should be excited about. It's going to be taking place in June and July of 2026. Games will be played at the Lumen Field in Seattle. We believe there will be a significant team at the Renton Sounders facility, which is nearby here. So I wonder if you can talk a little bit more about the excitement that Tukwila should be anticipating.
Well, I think the most important thing to know is that the 2026 FIFA World Cup is going to be the largest event on the planet, bar none. We'll have more viewers, and I'm talking across the three countries that will be hosting the World Cup matches. US, Canada, and Mexico will have a total of 16 host cities, where the 48 teams are spread out amongst those host cities holding matches over that time period. So Seattle, as you mentioned, Lumen Field will be hosting 6 matches, the first one being June 15th, the last one being July 6th. I think something that is really unique about our opportunity is, one, we'll have a pride match on June 15th. It really speaks to the inclusive and welcoming culture that we have in this region. And then June 19, which is Juneteenth, is not only a match, but it's also a guaranteed match that will host the U.S. men's national team. So that will just be an incredible turnout and an incredible opportunity for us to host our own U.S. national team on a day that is very special to our region. The other thing I think that is so important to understand is that the visitors that will be coming, the locals that will also be participating in all of these matches, as well as going to watch parties, going to the World Cup Fan celebration that will take place at Seattle Center. 750,000 combined locals and visitors will be attending all of these events and being part of the energy that is World Cup. And it is unlike anything you've ever experienced. So having that kind of visitor and local residents interaction that will be visiting our businesses and establishments, that's just going to be a significant impact. Not only the fact that we'll be putting our region on the global stage. All of that is pretty incredible for us to have the opportunity for.
Yeah, we have nearly 2,000 hotel rooms in the city of Tukwila. We expect them all to be full, as well as people coming and going through the region here. And I think watch parties, in addition to going to downtown Seattle and the Seattle Center, we will be setting up the opportunity for watch parties here in the city. It will be a great opportunity to people to get with local clubs and communities, right, and experience all that is the FIFA World Cup.
Well, it's a way for people to participate in World Cup, even if you don't have a ticket to a match. We know that the tickets to attend a match will not be inexpensive, and many people won't be able to afford that. You can't afford to go to a watch party. There will be many free and affordable places for you to experience World Cup. And just being within the energy of all of those visitors that are coming from international locales and coming to experience our region, that's the energy that we want to be part of, and everyone can do that.
Yeah. So I don't have the money for a ticket. Outside of the U.S., I don't have a team. How do you encourage me to embrace this opportunity?
Again, it almost doesn't matter who the team is. It's just being part of that energy and spirit that is World Cup, because it is so unique and it's so joyous. It is really a way to bring people together to celebrate. So finding in your neighborhood or wherever you choose to go to a watch party or be part of the festivities, that's the way to experience World Cup.
We're expecting some pretty active fans into the region. So the Starfire campus here, the Sounders used to train here. Current Sounders like Jordan Morris and Christian Roldan made their way through Starfire the complex here, the campus. And now they're over at the Sounders facility in Renton, which we've been told will host, I'll call it an A team, a high-level team, which will come with it all of its fans.
Right.
So we're kind of excited about that and what kind of flavor that will give the South King County area here. I'm going to pick a team. There's some really big name teams that could come here, and we're kind of excited about that. So the Sounder FC trained here for years, and it's kind of interesting, the connection. The Sounders, the MLS, that helped launch the World Cup bid, didn't it?
It absolutely did. Back in 1994, this region actually submitted a bid to host the World Cup then. It wasn't successful, but that triggered the passion and interest around that opportunity. And then when the referendum to rebuild the Kingdome into what is now Lumen Field, once that passed, it was written into the legislation that the Lumen Field would host future Olympic events, the NFL, and a future World Cup. So that was already kind of written into the stars well before the bid that it was initiated in 2017. So the fact that we are now seeing that come to fruition and having the opportunity to welcome this global event into our city and have it hosted in a world-class stadium like Lumen Field, it's very exciting and a real privilege for us.
So there will be more to come regarding the events that will be taking place in Tukwila, and we'll be pushing that out to our community. But while I have you here, can you speak to just the Seattle Sports Commission? I mean, the work you do is beyond just the Men's World Soccer Tournament.
Absolutely.
And while you get ready to answer that, we are here with the Seattle Reign practicing behind us here at Starfire. But can you speak to that?
Well, certainly we are very focused on supporting all of the professional franchises in our region, and the Seattle Reign FC is certainly one of the pillars of that focus. But it's also, we're turning our attention on how we are celebrating and embracing and amplifying women's sports and women in sports. So that could be athletes, it could be coaches, front office staff, all of these people that, these women that are changing the game literally for women's sports. And now Seattle, with the recent addition of the Professional Women's Hockey League, or PWHL, that makes Seattle the only city to have 3 professional women's sports teams. So we have, of course, the WNBA Seattle Storm, we have the Reign FC with the NWSL, and now to have women's professional hockey. It's a true privilege, but it was destiny. We are a region that embraces inclusivity and equity, and we believe in women's sports. So that growth and trajectory is something that is not only really fun to watch, but it's something that we are passionately behind and supporting.
Speaking of watching, I attended a Reign game with you.
Yes.
Just not long ago. It's an exciting brand of soccer, very talented athletes out there playing their hearts out. If you get a chance to watch them, I would encourage you to take it in. It's a great experience.
I couldn't agree more. And we have some such talented players that they bring their personality to the field. And so you only have to watch one match and you really start to pick up on that. It's fun to watch these players match after match and see the personality and the energy that they bring to the field that I think is unlike almost any other sport.
Yeah. The women's national team has been making a world difference for 30 years, maybe longer, going all the way back into the 90s. So with that, we've got the rain practicing behind us here. Could you speak to the 2031 Women's FIFA World Cup?
Yes, it's very
Seems like
exciting.
a long ways out there, but it's not.
Oh, it's certainly not. You know, now that we're hosting the FIFA Men's World Cup, there is simply no way that we weren't going to bid on the opportunity to host the Women's World Cup, which would be in 2031. So that bid process has already begun. We're in the early phases, so we know that the United States will be a host country for the Women's World Cup. This next phase is what cities will then host matches in 2031. So we've begun that process. We believe we are unquestionably one of the most desirable places to host the Women's World Cup. So we're looking forward to seeing that process through and hopefully announcing good news in the years to come about us being a host city.
Well, we're hoping we can participate in that with you. I think it would be a great thing for the soccer in general.
Well, you mentioned the Sounders and Rain training facility here in Tukwila, and it is a world-class facility. So yes, it will be a base camp for the Men's World Cup, and we believe it could also be a base camp for future Women's World Cup as well.
Well, we'll be happy to host however we can. I want to thank you for taking some time to come to Tukwila, to come to the Starfire complex here. And we were just lucky to come on a day and record this conversation when the rain were practicing behind us.
And such a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
So thank you, Beth. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Yeah.